The Disney store in Disneyland Paris is closing, so let's go and have one final look at it. Hi everyone, how's life, and welcome to another one of my videos. So yes, the Disney store in Disney Village in Disneyland Paris will be closing very soon. It's all to do with the reimagining of Disney Village. You can see they've already got loads of walls up here in Disney Village, and that's been the case for quite some time now. And Disney store is next in line. It's going to be changed into a new shop called Disney Wonders. So all of this facade is going to change, everything inside is going to change. There might be some new merch coming up. So it's all very exciting, but also I am going to miss this iconic 90s look of the Disney store here. And it does look like they've already taken down Minnie, which used to be on the other side of the logo here. We've still got Mickey here though, and this is actually one of the bigger shops in Disney Village. So yeah, as you can see, it keeps going and going. We've still got Donald on this side looking very happy, and even the colors of this store are very vintage in my opinion. They remind me of what the Disney stores looked like back in the days in the 90s. But if you think the outside of the shop looks cool, then get excited because the inside of here looks even cooler and even more nostalgic for all of us 90s fans. So without further ado, let's head in. That's me with my Mickey ears. So look at this. This is one of the coolest things in any of the Disney shops in Disneyland Paris in my opinion, and I am genuinely really sad to see it go. So I wanted to come here and have one final detailed look at this shop, and not just the items that they sell in the shop, because actually the majority of the things they sell here they also do sell in World of Disney. So it's not necessarily anything too exclusive to the shop, but the actual layout, the decor here, look at that. That's the castle. Where else can you find our beautiful Sleeping Beauty castle unless you actually go into the park? That is so cute. Also, I'm not sure if you can hear or not, they are currently playing Tarzan music, so I Want to Know, which is also a film from the 90s and one of my favorite Disney movies. But as you can see, the castle's not the only cool thing about the Disney store in Disney Village. There's a full-on spaceship situation happening in the middle here too. So we've got Daisy over there. She looks very stylish. She's in a blue spaceship. We've got one of Donald's nephews there. I can't quite tell which one it is, either Huey, Dewey or Louie. And then Launchpad McQuack, who is very much from the 90s. He's flying on that red spaceship. And it's so cool how this spins so slowly throughout the shop as well. You can see Launchpad McQuack currently waving at Donald Duck, Huey, Dewey and Louie, who are just chilling there in front of the beautiful Sleeping Beauty castle. I honestly love that. That's my favorite thing about this shop. But then if we carry on, we've also got Minnie coming through. She seems to be in a pink spaceship, and then another one of the tiny ducks, Huey, Dewey or Louie. And I think right behind him, we've actually got Donald Duck himself. Yeah, you can see Donald coming through. Even just his look looks very 90s to me, doesn't it? And what is he carrying? Has he got something in his hands? It looks like he should do. It looks like he should be carrying maybe a camera or something, but I'm not spotting anything there. And right behind him, of course, we get back to Daisy, but this is a better look at her. Look at her eyes. Here is another look at the entire thing all together. And if you actually look closely, right in the middle of it, it's Mickey Mouse. He's, of course, the main mouse, and he looks so happy. But again, also very vintagey, if you know what I mean. Like, let me zoom on his face. What do you guys think? To me, this just reminds me of my childhood. And then right at the bottom, you can spot Winnie the Pooh. He looks adorable. He looks like an explorer, you know? And I think this whole thing actually has a lot to do with Discoveryland in Disneyland Paris. I'm not sure if it's meant to be Discoveryland necessarily, but the theming does remind me of it anyway. There's Donald again, and Daisy. And it's so interesting, if you look at all the people shopping here in the Disney store, so many of them aren't even looking at all the beautiful details up here. Obviously, most people come to shop, so it is understandable. But it's one of my biggest tips. If you come to Disneyland Paris, if you go to any of the shops, honestly, look up. There's always something fun to look at. And it does make me a little sad that with the reimagining, retheming of the shop turning into Disney Wonders, we are going to be losing all of this, because in my opinion, the Disney store here in Disney Village has the coolest things to look at of any of the shops in Disneyland Paris. Anyway, let's carry on from that middle section though, because there is a lot more to see here. And up there, you may have spotted the icon of Walt Disney Studios, the second gate to Disneyland Paris. And I love how there's even a mini balloon up there. That's cool. But yeah, you can see Minnie Mouse looking extremely glamorous. You can see all the movie-making items around it. Mickey as the director over there. Also, King Louis seems to be just having a good time up there too. And if I move a little further back, hopefully you can see the entire thing a little bit better. So yeah, as you can see, that is meant to represent Walt Disney Studios. You've even got the gates behind them. And of course, as we all know, Walt Disney Studios will be changing to Disney Adventure World very soon, starting from 2026. So kind of makes sense to get rid of this as well. I wonder though, if they weren't planning to retheme most of Disney Village, as well as of course Disney Adventure World, which is currently Walt Disney Studios, would they have had to just change this as well? Like change the logo from Walt Disney Studios to Disney Adventure World? Because that would have been quite cute. Anyway, carrying on from that beautiful display there for Walt Disney Studios, to my left, we've got an old-looking airplane, which is very cool, and all the way in the back, there's also Goofy hanging on to his dear life. But also, we saw King Louis earlier, There's also Baloo. Baloo is flying that airplane over there, again, from the iconic 90s TV show Tailspin. And then carrying on, let's head to see what Goofy's doing here, because Goofy's my babe. I love him, and he does look pretty scared over here. I wish I could help him. Oh, Goofy. I don't know what he was trying to do, but for whatever reason, he has ended up upside down. But then right next to Goofy, struggling on his airplane, we've got Disney Village. Again, we've already seen Walt Disney Studios. We've seen the Disney Castle, of course, with Disneyland Paris. The third part of Disneyland Paris as a resort is, of course, Disney Village. And that itself, as a concept, I love so much about this shop. And the fact that it's located in Disney Village itself too, which means that you don't have to have a park ticket to get a glimpse of what Disney Village is about, what Disney Studios is about, and also Disneyland Paris. So here we've got the iconic sign of Disney Village. You can see it on the left over there. We've also got loads and loads of backpacks and suitcases, because I'm guessing another theme of this store is traveling, voyages maybe. And if I come a little bit further back, you can see that there's also Clarabelle chilling there. She's holding a couple of signs that say Disney Village on them. And here's another look at them. There's always been rumors about Clarabelle and Goofy being an item, which, I mean, I love Goofy, so it doesn't necessarily make me happy, but maybe they're together, I don't know. But also, isn't Goofy meant to be a single dad to Max? I'm not sure. Leave your comments down below, enlighten me. Whilst we're here though, I also want to draw some attention to the cashier area, because that is also space themed. And again, it has the classic 90s look about it. There's also a nice artwork of some spaceships over there. Really cool. Anyway, I want to take you back to the castle, because I feel like we haven't properly looked at it just yet. And like I said, for me, that up there is my favorite part of the Disney store in Disney Village, which I'm definitely going to miss. And I do wonder what they're going to do with this castle, because it is pretty big. Like, I'm not sure if the size of this is coming across accurately in this video, but this is a pretty big replica of our beautiful Sleeping Beauty castle here. Like, you can see the people shopping here. You can see that giant spaceship model right in the middle. And then that's the castle. So yeah, I hope you guys can see just quite how big it is. And because this is meant to be representative of the main park, Disneyland Park in Disneyland Paris, if you look closely at the luggage tags, it says Fantasyland on them, which is of course the first land that you walk into if you go through the castle. And then we have one final part, which is the iconic Peter Pan scene over here. So this is actually another one of my favorites. You can see Captain Hook, and he is in the middle of fighting with Peter Pan. Peter Pan is actually flying off. He looks very confident. Captain Hook looks a little bit worried, and as he should be, because Peter Pan is the winner, obviously. And it's interesting how the luggage tags here say Adventureland on them, because of course Peter Pan is all about adventure, and you can even spot Tinkerbell there. She's not looking very happy, is she? And then right next to it, there is also a balloon, I think. And if I'm not mistaken, that is Scrooge McDuck with Pluto. Pluto is looking so adorable. The Double Eagle 2 transatlantic balloon. And those are all the very cool things that you can spot here in the Disney store, but unfortunately for not too much longer, because like I said, this store will be changing into Disney Wonders. And don't get me wrong, I'm very much looking forward to seeing what that's going to bring, how that's going to look. There are some concept arts that hopefully you should be seeing right now, and I am also expecting some new merchandise with the reopening of this new shop with a new theme. But where I'm actually currently standing used to be another entrance/exit to the shop, which they have closed for the past few weeks because they were already working to change this shop from outside. And make sure to keep watching it, because when we go back out, I will show you what the outside of this area currently looks like. It's not very exciting, it's just people working on it. In fact, some of the cool statues outside of the shop have already been taken down, unfortunately. But before we leave the shop, I did want to just walk around it one last time so we can have a very relaxing final look at everything that the shop used to hold. In fact, to give you the most authentic experience, I'm actually going to head back out and walk back in and just walk. There you go, we're back outside right at the main entrance of the Disney store. But without further ado, we're going to head straight back in and cue the music. really hope you enjoyed that little tour of the iconic Disney store in Disneyland Paris. I'm going to miss it, I really am. Of all the different retheming projects here in Disney Village, this is the one that I'm going to miss the most. And don't get me wrong, it doesn't mean I'm not excited about what's to come. In fact, I think it makes sense. I'm all for change, and I think it's what Disney Village needed for them to make it more modern. But it's just a big part of my childhood, and it's going to be pretty strange to no longer see it here in Disney Village as the iconic Disney store. And I thought I would also very quickly show you Daisy too. Daisy's also here still. Daisy and Pluto. And Pluto looks a little bit too orange. Maybe he's just been tanning. But this is the smaller part of the shop, which doesn't actually have any exciting theming in it. I'm actually going to go in very quickly so you guys can see. It's a very small area. It's currently actually mainly Marvel themed. So that part of the Disney store, I don't care about. It can go. But I also wanted to show you the works that are currently already happening. So yeah, as I mentioned earlier, as you can see, they've already taken Minnie off from the right hand side of the Disney store, and this area is fully closed, loads of walls up, because they are doing works here. So that entrance, which is now closed, used to be over there. You can see it a little bit better from this angle. So yeah, they've basically walled everything up, but over there used to be some more statues of Donald, Daisy, Mickey, etc. And it looked really, really cool. And of course, all these walls that you can see behind me aren't there just for the Disney store retheming. It's also because of the sports bar, which is going to be reopening hopefully at some point in 2025, much bigger than it used to be. And shout out to all the cast members working very hard to do the retheming of Disney Village. If you're actually ever in Disney Village during the day, you might even be able to hear them working on it. And we can already see some of the results of the works happening in Disney Village with the Disney Glamour and Disney Style shops recently having reopened. I've done a full tour of both of them as well, which you can watch the video of down below. And of course, we've got the Disney Lego store opening up very soon too. I already love the Fantasia Mickey up there. So if you want to see a full tour of that shop once it reopens, then make sure you subscribe to the channel, because I'll be here covering it, giving you a full tour of what it's going to be like once it reopens. But today's video was all about the Disney store, the latest casualty of the multi-year retheming of the Disney Village here in Disneyland Paris. I hope you enjoyed the tour. I hope you enjoyed seeing the shop one last time before it changes to Disney Wonders. I just really wanted to do it for myself, because in the future, once Disney Wonders opens, maybe in like 10 years time, it will be cool to look back at this video and see what this used to be like for many, many years here in Disney Village, the Disney store of my childhood. And for many of you guys as well, I'm sure you relate to it. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you love my content, then make sure you subscribe, because there's plenty more coming. I already have so many videos from all the Disney parks worldwide on my channel. I want to also give a massive shout out to my lovely Patreon members and my YouTube members. You guys are amazing. Follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.